Good morning again. And here we are with the chance to start the day with a breath. Relaxing our shoulders. Messing up as we shuffle the cards. Good morning again, Maureen. I'm going to try shuffling again here. And then taking that breath. Shoulders drooping. Actually slept pretty good last night. See where that gets us today. And good morning to you also, Carla. I can't talk this much. It's one of those things, anytime before 8 o'clock in the morning, I just can't talk. I should just sit here and read cards and not even try and say anything. But, I do like that relaxing part. Because I tell you, I really would not be stopping. I'd be running out the door, unshowered. And so somebody was asking me before on the readings, how do I decide to do reversals? So when I'm doing reversals, I do it with this particular deck, like with the Rider-Waite. And I will just sit here and I will kind of try and even it out, get it about 50-50. And I will just spin it around like this because that's how life is. All of a sudden life throws us for a spin. Then I just mix them back in. And you kind of rhyme spin within and you do that. And that's how I come up with my reversals. And sometimes I might do this. Who knows what the universe needs, right? I try to make sure I'm surprised. Or that actually I don't get in the way of the reading. That's the main thing, is I work to try and not get in the way of my own readings. And that's why I will lay these out like a little thread going out to the universe. And each one of these threads is tied to the web out there. And whichever thread we pull is what will resonate through the rest of that web. So today is Thursday, so let's take a look right here at the heart and see what we got going on this morning. No, I don't order the decks. I don't do anything else after the reading. I am one of those people that I don't do anything special with them or anything like that. I don't energize them in the moonlight, and I don't discharge them using candles. I just there's a natural order for these things to me, and so I just treat them like I would, like anything else. All just part of a natural order. But I do realize also that for some people it's really important to do, whether it's rituals, whether it's whatever it is that helps somebody to get into that mode. Because it is, when we're reading, we do go into a mode, a different frame. And I find that the same thing happens for me when I'm playing music. Is that somehow or another, one part of me singing and doing the lyrics, another part of me just knows what to do with the guitar and the fingers and moving up and down. It's just kind of like a miracle, because in the process I could also be thinking about what I'm doing next. It's this whole So it's whatever it takes to get into that mode. And for me, the moment I start flipping them over. So let's see what we have for today. Which we have the Two of Coins reversed, which is trying to get things started, trying to get things balanced, but not being in tune with that intuition. So it's kind of like one of those things when doing a reading. When you're doing a reading, you want to be like the High Priestess or the Papist, however you want to call it, but the other direction, because you want to be able to see what's behind that veil. But when we're not able to get attuned to it, that's where some people find the rituals and enhancing the atmosphere with different smells, being able to focus on a candle can help us do that. And as this is showing here with the 3 reverse cards so far, is that when we get out of balance, it just starts with something small, like the Two of Coins. Twos are that beginning. Coins can be home, health. It could be anything dealing with that. It's an earth sign, so it's about being grounded. And this person here is not grounded anyway, the way Pamela Coleman Smith has him, because of the way he's dancing there. And you can see in the background that, you can see the water. And he's on stage. You can see he's actually juggling on a stage here. And this is a very stylized, stage set type of sea in the background. But he is reversed. And again, here we are with the High Priestess, and she's got all the wisdom she needs right here. She's got this book, this scroll of knowledge. She's got a veil here that she can see behind that intuitively we need to try and get in touch with. But again, that's reversed. So where does that leave us? We try and logic through stuff. When we're not in touch with our inner selves, when we're not in touch with that intuition and who we are, then we try and logic our way through our feelings. We try and logic our way through our instincts. Our instincts can say, this is bad. But then if we are not on good footing, we try not to, we will sit there and try and logic through something instead of listening to our instincts. And that's when we put ourselves in a position where we just feel that anxiety, that anxiousness, because the King of Swords, kings are of the air, swords are of the air. So this is air of air. This is of thinking and logicking through stuff. This is the court card version of the justice card, where you're supposed to be able to see things clearly. But through this progression, here's about being inside ourselves and being able to trust our intuition and things like this. This is about our visual side. Didn't I say Two of Coins? I see the Two of Coins. If I didn't say Two of Coins, that's what I meant. What did I say? All right, this is an important thing. Did I say something different? Because sometimes I will see a different card. What was I saying then? Because that's where I talk about going into, when I'm reading, I've had situations where I see a totally different card than what's laid out. And I always go with that. And if you're saying I was saying something other than the Two of Coins, then that is a important, that's one of those things that I go like this. So, but we can see the dancing, we can see the out of balance. Okay. Now I'm going to turn over the advice card. You see a different card on your Two of Coins? See, and Carla, make a note of that, because that might be something for you to make a note of. If you're seeing something different, don't discount it. That is something to focus on. Very important to focus on. A lot of people discount what they're seeing, and that's why it's the High Priestess reverse instead of trusting. So again, when I've had that situation where I've called out the wrong card, that's the High Priestess inside me saying, I'm going to trust the fact that I said Two of Swords, or I'm going to trust the fact that I'm seeing something different. Okay? And that's what this reading is just trusting by going on the inside. Because right now, being out of balance between heart and mind, we are not able to really judge because we're not seeing clearly. And this is interesting. Talk about heart and mind. So the advice card is what? It's the King of Cups upright. It is the King of Cups upright. So kings, thought, air. Okay. The King of Swords is about trying to see things clearly. This is a card about intuition and seeing what's not there clearly. Seeing what's not there clearly. The King of Cups. The King of Cups is about a combination of heart and soul. Water is spirituality. Cups is spirituality. Cups is emotions. The king is sitting on his raft, and here we see the same waters almost as we do here, where they're disturbed. But the king is the calm in the storm. So today's reading is that when we're feeling out of sorts, out of balance, the king's going to be able to observe that and see it. And he's going to take that storm and he's going to keep it under control. He's the one who's going to be able to breathe. He's going to be able to recognize. He's looking into the future. And keeping in mind also that the court cards can be us, it could be somebody else, or it can be a situation. To me, I'm seeing this here is that this is us. This is when we get this way. And since we have this major card and it's reversed, this is the one we need to pay attention to. Now you got me really curious, Carla. Oh, I just switched over to YouTube and I'm seeing the right one. Take a screenshot, Carla. If you can. You're saying on your TV. But I think this is pretty cut and dry for the day, is that it's one of those things where things get out of balance. Somebody could be telling us something. Somebody could be insisting on something. Somebody could be saying something that we know is wrong inside our gut. This is the High Priestess is that gut feeling. So we're already unsure anyway. We're on unsure footing. And here's the High Priestess reverse. That's being told something that we know is not true. And it throws us out of whack. And the King of Cups is telling us, trust yourself. The kings know. The kings see. And this king here, he is the heart and mind. He's the intellect. He is the intellect, but he also has the heart. So this is about trusting your feelings, trusting yourself. Don't worry about the turmoil that's going on and everything else. Don't buy what somebody else is telling you. Don't just accept what you're hearing, because it's going to throw us off. You could send it to Jamie at MyTarot.org, or you could post it on the Facebook page. But that is very interesting. Nine of Swords, King of Swords, King of Swords, Ace of Cup, Seven of Wands. Not a few days ago? That's interesting. And also, so I also want to acknowledge Zanab Ali. I'm probably pronouncing that, sir. I'm sorry. Sir, my question is, will Muhammad Ali reconcile with me? Or I said, sir, I apologize. Anytime soon. How does he feel about me? Well, if you would like a reading, I encourage you to go to the Facebook page that'll be in this link once I update it. Go to the Facebook page and join us there and share, ask questions, answer questions. And if you do that, I can give readings for free. I don't care. You know, I do this for putting it out there to the universe anyway. So, but I will do that for people that I see that are actually giving, sharing, and all that other wonderful stuff. So please feel free to go to the MyTarot Facebook page. Otherwise, you can go to the MyTarot.org for any other details, but I just like talking to people. So anyway, just as a wrap-up, as I've already said, this is pretty cut and dry. When a situation comes up and we're not sure, and we're not trusting our instincts, then we're not going to be able to see clearly. And the advice is that trust yourself. The King of Cups will trust themselves. Okay? And Erica, good morning from Texas. Woohoo, Texas. God, I loved going down to Texas. San Antonio is one of my favorite places. So beautiful down there. The Riverwalk. I've seen the other side of the Riverwalk too, so I do know that, you know, it goes beyond there. So with that, everybody, though, I want to say thank you again. And thank you for this conversation and a whistle jacket. And I hope you all have an amazingly wonderful day today. Or if it's evening, wherever you're at, or afternoon, whatever's. I hope that it just, that we're able to just trust ourselves. When we start to see that somebody's just not being honest with us, when somebody's trying to gaslight us. You know, we're at work and somebody says something and it's like, we know, because this is dealing with either home, work, or health. We need to not let ourselves get gaslighted. We got this. So take care, everybody, and I will see you again tomorrow morning. Thank you all, and again, have an amazing day.